Hi, mommies. This is Tanya, Noor's mom. So, today's topic is going to be that why is my baby so fussy? Why is he crying? Why is he not sleeping? Should I, make him sleep later at night so that he can sleep at a longer stretch? So, I'm going to answer all these questions. So, number one, there can be a lot of reasons why your baby is crying or fussy. He may be hungry, or he's uncomfortable about something, or he's tired, he's sleepy, he's overtired. Okay, that's another kind of tiredness that's very difficult to tackle. Or the baby is not well, or say the baby has a dirty diaper, or the baby just wants his mom, or he wants to suckle on your breast, or say the bottle. There can be lots of reasons, and I cannot be the one to tell you what the exact reason is, because you are your baby's mom and you are the one you are the only one actually who can understand what's wrong. And it's okay, at times when you don't understand, because as moms we try to understand our baby as much as possible, but sometimes we try a lot of things but nothing works. So it's okay, if those kind of situations arise. Best thing in this situation is to do a trial and error. Try different things. Try giving him a bottle or your breast, however you're feeding the baby, or try to cuddle him, or say rock him, take him around the house for a walk, show him some toy that he likes, give him a pacifier. There can be millions of solutions to this, but the most important and ignored thing here is that usually the baby is cranky and fussy because the baby is sleepy. And what happens is that we don't tend to adhere to age related nap times, which is why the baby gets overtired. And when the baby gets overtired, he reaches a stage where it's difficult for him to put himself to sleep easily. So the easy task of just sleeping becomes really tough. So now I'm going to discuss about the baby being overtired. So for this, what you need to do is you need to, number one, catch early signs or early cues that your baby is sleepy. Now, early cues can be things like the baby is just staring at a wall, or he's turning away, not interested in things. This is like the earliest cues, and they're often missed by us because we think that the baby is looking at a toy or looking at the fan, but it's actually that the baby is going in that sleepy kind of zen mode. Now if we miss this, we come to the second stage of sleep cues, which are, say, the baby is yawning, right? Or the baby starts again, he's staring, he's yawning, and is getting a little fussy. He's even rubbing his eyes, they rub their eyes like this. They started rubbing their eyes. Now this is where you can easily catch and quickly put your baby to sleep. But if you still miss this, the last cue is that the baby is now crying, it's howling, and refuses to sleep, refuses to get pacified or soothed by anything. Or even sometimes the baby just goes off to sleep. He is so tired that he suddenly go off to sleep one day. So this happened with Noor once when I was not very knowledgeable about all these nap times, awake times, sleep cues, that she got so tired that after her bath, while we were putting on her clothes, she just slept off. And it did not matter if it was noisy or it was cold or warm, or whether she was wearing clothes or not. So yeah, I've also been through it. That is why I started reading. I started doing what we're supposed to do. So number one, if you see any of these cues, best is to work if you see the first and the second level of cues. That is, if your baby is looking away or staring or rubbing his or her eyes or yawning, that's the time you should put him off to a nap. Don't let the baby get to the last stage, which is the overtired stage, right? Because then it's going to be difficult for you also to put the baby down to sleep. And this is what happens usually at night when you're trying to put your baby to sleep. And then you guys say that, the baby sleeps at 11 o'clock, but then he's waking up. Why can't I put him to sleep early? That's because you are not monitoring his or her naps throughout the day. So this is a misconception that, if the baby sleeps in the day for his naps, however amount, say 1 or 2 hour naps 2-3 times a day, then he or she will not sleep at night. But no, that's not the case. I also used to think this, and I never used to follow this, at least in the first month when Noor was born. But later on I realized that after following all the awake times, the nap schedules, she used to sleep more quickly and better at night. So what happens is when babies are sleeping in regular intervals, their mind is also very active. When they get tired, we give them some sleep, we boost them up, then they're fresh again. And after those 2 hours or whatever time, according to your baby's age, the baby again needs that sleep. And if you don't give that sleep to the baby, the brain gets overtired, and then the brain doesn't know how to put itself to sleep. So it's very important that you follow awake times for your baby and put them to naps according to their age. So a newborn baby, say 0 to 1 month baby, it should only be awake for around 30 to 45 minutes. That's it. After that, you should put the baby to sleep. And if not, mostly babies sleep themselves when they're that small. Because they can't, their brain is not that developed, to take on all that burden of activities and stimulation, visual, audio stimulation, all of that. So this is for newborn. So now let's come to 2 to 3 months. So at 2 to 3 months, your baby's awake time should be around 45 to 60 minutes. That's it. After that, they need to go on for a nap. So now the nap duration can be ranging from 15 minutes to 2 to 3 hours. I will come to the nap time later on. Now first let's talk about the awake time. Now if your baby is around 3 to 4 months, your awake time should be around 1.5 hours. That's it, not more than that. And then if comes to 4 to 6 months, it should be around 1.5 to 2 hours. So that's the time after which, so after those 2 hours, the baby should be asleep. So you start that process of making the baby sleep 15 minutes before the upper limit of the range that I am sharing with you. Then 6 to 9 months can be around 2 to 3 hours. And 9 to 12 can be anywhere between 3 to 4.5, 5 hours, depending on how active your baby is. So these are the awake times that you should follow. That after this range, your baby should go down for a nap. Has to go down for a nap. Now, to understand that how long the nap should be, you've got to realize that just like us adults, we have a particular number of hours that we can sleep in a day. Now we sleep that at night or we sleep that in the day. So same goes for babies. So about 0 to 3 months of age, a total baby sleep requirement is around 16 to 18 hours. So now if you are giving them naps at adequate frequencies during the day, whatever amount is then left, the baby will sleep at night. It works like that. And as the baby grows older, say around 3 to 6 months, the total sleep is around 13 to 15 hours. It stays like that, I think, till around 9 months, and then it goes down by an hour or so. So it completely depends on you now. This is where your role comes in. That number one, you have to adhere to the awake times and then put your baby to nap. And then set your nap times in a way that you're giving them around say a quarter of their sleep during the day and the remaining at night. So a 4 to 6 month old baby who needs around say 15 to 16 hours of sleep, 14 to 15 hours of sleep at night, you can give the baby 4 hours of sleep during the day. So either 1 hour naps during the day, or there's a shorter nap in the morning, 30 minutes, followed by a 2-hour nap. Completely depends on your baby. And then the remaining 10 hours, the baby will automatically sleep at night. But do not think that if you do not give those 4 hours in the morning, the baby will sleep for 14 hours at night. That's not gonna happen, because the baby sleep schedule pattern does not work like this. Baby needs to be rested, to be tired. Does not need to be overtired, but needs to be tired to sleep, right? When the baby gets overtired, there's no sleep. There's crankiness, fussiness, all of those things come into play. So please set a sleep routine for your baby. You can refer to my baby sleep series on IGTV for those. I have like a step-by-step thing which you can follow to make a sleep routine for your baby. While making that routine, please adhere to the age-specific awake times. Please ensure you're giving baby naps at according to those awake times, and automatically the night sleep will fall into place. Yes, regressions will happen. Baby will wake up more often. The baby might not sleep that often, but those will pass, and eventually you will fall back into the routine. So please don't think that giving naps in the morning is a wrong thing. It's not. It actually sets in motion that sleep cycle for the night. So adhere to these nap times and awake times, and as your baby grows older, the number of naps also reduce. Say when the baby is from 0 to 6 months, from 0 to 3 months, he can take as much as 5 to 6 naps in a day. But when the baby is in the 3 to 6 month range, the naps go on from 2 to 4 naps. Then 6 to 8 months, they can be around 2 to 3 naps. And by 8th month, the naps drop to 2 naps. And the 12th month, the naps drop to just 1 nap in a day. So after having all these figures with you, you can easily calculate how much you need your baby to sleep in the night and the day. One more thing I would like to say, that at the 8th month mark, you can follow the 2, 3, 4 sleep pattern for your nap pattern for your baby. That is, when your baby wakes up, 2 hours after that you give the first nap to the baby. So if the baby wakes up at 8, first nap is at 10 o'clock. Then whenever the baby wakes up, say the baby wakes up at 11, so after 3 hours from that, so at 2 o'clock the next nap starts. Say it is for 2 hours, right? So when that next nap ends, then 4 hours from that is 8 o'clock, is the baby's bedtime. So 2, 3, 4, 2 hours after the baby wakes up, your first nap happens. Then when the first nap gets over, 3 hours from that, the second nap happens. When the second nap gets completed, 4 hours from that, the baby's bedtime starts. So this is a known sleep pattern that is followed by a lot of moms. But once again, it's not necessary that your baby will follow this pattern and be accustomed to it. So if it doesn't work for you, figure your own pattern out. For some people, 3, 3, 5 work, or for some babies, it's like a 2, 2, 5. So it can be anything. So it's not something fixed. I'm just giving you an idea of something that can work. So I hope this video is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please DM me or write it in the comment section. And I hope you make this step to make your sleep and your baby's sleep more peaceful, long and restful. And please believe me, all of this works. It just takes time. I know our nannies and dadis and moms say that all of this is bullshit, and let the baby sleep when the baby is sleeping, don't wake the baby up and all of that. But when you do it and you show it to them, they will also definitely agree with you. So don't think about it, go and give it a go, and I hope, and I'm sure actually, that it will work for you. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.